You're listening to CBC Online at cbchs.org.
CBC Online, talking with a couple stars from the CBC soccer team. They're heading to Blue Springs South. And LJ Adewumne, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, I know you probably get your name butchered. Talk about the season so far. Wow, what a magical run.
Yeah, before the season started, I didn't know how good we were going to be, really. I know we had a couple of returning seniors, a lot of experience up top, of course. Nate, the great back there, but we went undefeated for a while. We had a losing streak but really I think we're at the best top of our game right now.
But talk about those past 3 games. You had some kind of weird situations, some weird goals. You guys get scored on, you come back. I mean, it's been kind of a bizarre kind of run, hasn't it?
Right, it has, and I think it showed a lot of team character. How we scored 2 goals with 7 minutes left against Vianney when we were down 1. We will never give up. Honestly, I think the wings, everyone's just working together right now. Especially great with the forwards. Me and Dave Geerling have some kind of telepathic connection because he's getting it to me every time. But I think it's just been great, our consistency and how we're playing in the playoffs.
Now, Nate Griffin, the goalie, you're from your perspective. I mean, boy, you've had a few nail biters. People just keep coming at you because they know they just want to put the pressure on. Talk about the season from your perspective.
We've had a good season. We started off strong. Lost our first game to Chaminade, a tough game. But beginning of the season, we lost Joe and X, both our captains. So, I mean, it's understandable, but we got them back, and we're playing our best soccer right now. And these past 3 games have really been tough on all of us. We've probably had the hardest path to where we are now out of the 4 teams, I'd say. And even though we're letting in goals, we're going to, bunker down everything. And, we find a way to win every time. That's the key. No matter what the score is or how they score, we just find a way to win. Now,
as one of the captains, I mean, certainly you guys see that the Final Four is you guys in Rockhurst, but on the other side, you got Chaminade out there in Rockbridge. So how difficult is it to keep your guys focused on this Rockhurst game and not worry about that Chaminade possible matchup?
Well, our focus this whole playoff trip is 1 game at a time. Mickler sent out plenty of emails, 1 game at a time. We got an email from a past captain last year. Corey Nolte sent an email. Remember, 1 game at a time. He told us when they won 2009, that was their focus, 1 game at a time. So we really just stressed 1 game at a time, and then if we get there and they get there, then we'll deal with it when we get there. So.
Now, LJ, talk about just what do you guys need to do to beat Rockhurst? I'm sure you guys have scouted them, and you kind of know what to expect. What do you guys got to do?
Well, we played them already once before in Jeff City. We beat them 2-1, I think, in overtime. We already know it's going to be a very tough game. So, like you said, 1 game at a time. I think we will be able to play out with a positive result again, though.
But, when you play a team earlier in the season and then you see them in the postseason, there's really 2 different teams. Do you expect Rockhurst to be a totally different team at this point?
I expect them to come out 100%, just like Vianney did, just like Marquette did, just like Lafayette did. Every team we played, I think they're going to come out 100%. We can't really plan for anything. I think Mickler said we can't really plan for it. We just got to adjust when we get there. But, I mean, I expect us to come out with just as much energy as them, and hopefully we can make something happen.
And Nate, one thing I've noticed with Coach Mickler, he just seems to be very calm. I mean, you would think a guy like that would just be on the edge of his seat with everything, but he's been very calm, and that's kind of rubbed off on you guys, that you always know you have a chance.
Yeah, he really looks like he has confidence in us, and that helps us as a team. We're young, and at the beginning we're inexperienced, but I think all these tough games we've had have really just given us experience as a young team and really just brought us together. Our team chemistry is probably best in state. I mean, he talked about that yesterday in our meeting. Our team chemistry is really what's got us where we are today. So,
what about the situation of the academy? I know it's been a bit of a controversial thing around here. You lost a lot of your friends who are playing for the academy, and certainly you missed them. But was that kind of a rallying point for you guys to kind of prove that you are the best?
We really wanted to prove that we don't need them. I mean, not being rude or whatever, but it was really not really a key point, but it helped us motivate if we needed any more motivation than we have already. Just to prove them wrong. They made the wrong decision, we made the right one. So.
And finally, to LJ, you're coming to Blue Springs South, 300 miles away from home. Does it help not having that pressure of the home crowd, just to be able to go out and play your game? I know Coach kind of talked about sometimes the road games are actually a time to come together. What are you guys thinking?
Well, I think we have just as much chance to win at away games than we do home. I mean, home, I love the atmosphere of our fans. Away, I like how everyone's kind of rooting against us, you know what I mean? And when we come out on top, that just makes it all the sweeter. I think going all the way 300 miles away or whatever you said it is. It makes no difference. I think we're going to come out very hard just like we would at home. We still got a couple of fans coming over by buses, so of course we're going to have a little support. I have a feeling that Rockhurst is going to have a lot more people than us, but I think we're still going to do what we have to do. So it makes no matter where we are, we're still CBC. I think we're going to come out on top.
And they talk about that CBC tradition. I mean, everyone expects every year the CBC to be there because the program Coach Mickler's brought, just being able to play for Coach Mickler, one of the best in the nation,
yeah.
It's got to be a thrill for you.
Oh, it really is. I mean, he's a great coach, and the tradition here is second to none. I mean, really, we put on those shirts, and it's really like we carry the tradition forward, and we got to keep going forward and see what we can do this weekend. So, from
your standpoint, what are the keys to the game on Friday? What do you guys need to do to win that game?
Mickler and the rest of us, we stress early goal, shutout, 2 good halves, and just bunker down on defense. So we keep the shutout and we score early, we should be fine.
Again, at CBC Online, talking with 2 of the stars of our state semifinalist soccer team. You guys, good luck, and whatever happens, we're behind you 100%. Thanks.
CBC, Men for Tomorrow, Brothers for Life.